This is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for joining us tonight. 18 more people in Wisconsin have died from COVID-19 as nearly 140 more are hospitalized in the last 24 hours, according to state and county health officials. For a second day in a row, there were more than 3,000 new cases reported today, bringing the total case number to more than 145,000 in Wisconsin. It's not easy to hear that medical procedure you've been planning to take care of for a while cannot happen when you planned it. Doctors in Madison hope they don't need to do that.
But Wisconsin's surging numbers might force their hands. Amanda Quindana is live at St. Mary's Hospital with the latest. Amanda?
Well, this doesn't mean your elective procedure isn't going to go on as planned. It's the three large hospitals in Madison saying that they're going to be transparent. They are looking at the surge of cases, and with that means that they need to be flexible.
You know, one thing I think we've all learned about COVID along the way is there is no predicting, as there's so many factors associated with that.
One of those main factors is this: the number of people in the hospital with COVID. On Sunday, Dane County saw its highest number so far, breaking a record set back in April with 47 patients. Now, 5 days later, there are 63 patients.
And then we look internal at some of our own indicators too, ICU bed capacity, medical surgical bed capacity, emergency department volume, and then again looking forward at what those surgical procedural cases are that would need possibly inpatient beds.
In order to free up those beds, all three Madison hospitals are considering pushing back some non-emergency surgeries. With another jump in cases today, they're prepared, saying things can change quickly.
It's going to be very fluid, so we'll look day to day on these things and really plan for the next 24 to 48 hours.
SSM Health St. Mary's and UW Health are at more than 80% capacity, like most hospitals in the south central region of the state. Staffing is tight right now, but they've had the time to prepare for another big surge.
We've been planning for many months around COVID-19 patient care. And so we have the foundational principle of wanting to be able to accommodate varying amounts of COVID-19 patient care, as over the summer, all while continuing to provide essential non-COVID patient care.
The doctors that we spoke to today didn't want to give us specific surgeries that might be delayed. They said it's going to be judged on a case-by-case basis, and generally it'll be surgeries that timing is optional. Now, if you are going to have a surgery that is going to be pushed back, your doctor will give you a call.
Getting a look over the west side of Madison from our News 3 Now studios. A beautiful fall day with temperatures around 80 degrees today. Let's check your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Yeah, you can't beat those views, and I'll show you another one. This one is from the Edgewater Sky Cam in downtown Madison, showing the sun getting ready to set in the west after a day where temperatures were in the upper 70s to the lower 80s. Visible cloud track shows just a few clouds coming in from the west, but those are thinning out. Temperatures right now are well into the 70s. Madison still at 77, Janesville at 79, Boscobel and Prairie du Chien are at 81 degrees. And over the next 12 hours, you can see those temperatures only falling off into the lower 60s by early tomorrow morning. We'll probably see our low temperature of 58 by around 8 a.m. tomorrow morning as a weak cold front passes through. That will set up a slightly cooler day tomorrow. We'll see sunny skies with a high temperature of 70, and Sunday will be about the same, but some showers on Monday will signal change toward more fall-like weather for the rest of next week. I'll have the full details in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. The 17-year-old accused of killing two protesters in Kenosha remains in custody tonight in his home state of Illinois as his attorneys fight efforts to send him to Wisconsin to stand trial on homicide charges. Kyle Rittenhouse appeared virtually in court this morning in Lake County, Illinois. There, the judge scheduled an October 30th hearing on the extradition dispute, though prosecutors told the judge they were prepared to move faster. Rittenhouse's attorney says there's no reason to rush. Rittenhouse charged with first-degree intentional homicide and the killing of two protesters and attempted intentional homicide and the wounding of a third. The Columbia County Sheriff confirming Wisconsin did have a connection to that alleged kidnapping plot involving the governor of Michigan. 13 people were charged yesterday, 6 federally with conspiracy to kidnap, 7 others charged by the state. Columbia County Sheriff Roger Brandner said the training happened in a rural area near Cambria, the town of Cortland. The group spent several days at the property and conducted firearms training. The group also attempted to make an explosive device while in Wisconsin.
In Minnesota today, a judge has ruled that the former Minneapolis police officer charged with killing George Floyd can now leave the state due to safety concerns. Derek Chauvin is facing murder and manslaughter charges. He posted a $1 million bail earlier this week, and today a judge modified his conditions of release, saying he can either remain in Minnesota or a neighboring state for his own safety. Rapper Jay-Z has posted bond for several protesters who were arrested in Wauwatosa last night. It's in response to charges not being filed against a police officer for the shooting death of 17-year-old Alvin Cole. The victim's mother, Tracy, was one of the people arrested last night. The Wauwatosa Police Department said 24 people were taken into custody for violating the city's 7 p.m. curfew and that 2 of the protesters requested medical attention. Police said additional charges could be issued after reviewing video, reports, and other evidence.
A sanitation worker in Milwaukee found a dead body in a trash can this morning. Now police are investigating it as a homicide. The worker made the discovery about 10 a.m. on North 23rd Street. The police say the victim appears to be a male in his 20s. Investigators have not said how the man died. TSA says it stopped a man from taking a loaded handgun onto an aircraft at Milwaukee's General Mitchell Airport this week. In a release, the TSA says officers stopped a man from Kentucky yesterday morning after finding the gun in his carry-on. They called the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Department, who then confiscated the weapon. People who have loaded guns with them at a checkpoint can face a $4,100 fine on the first offense, even if they have a concealed carry permit.
Parents who want their children putting pencils to paper in the classroom want to see you put pen on petition. They're collecting signatures to recall school board members who opted for an all-virtual approach. Amy Reed spoke to those parents and the people they are targeting.
We're a few months removed from the no-win decision that parents, students, educators, and school districts had to go through this summer. Now, some parents stuck in a situation they don't want feel a recall is the only way to go from here.
It is so much more than an inconvenience. Our children are struggling. Parents are struggling, and that means the community at large is struggling.
Angela Rashidi said her situation is better than most, and still, it's not great. The parent of 3 elementary-aged kids and her husband can work from home, but she knows many who aren't as lucky.
I have heard from so many parents that are just struggling. They are leaving their children home unsupervised because they have no other choice.
That pushed her to what she calls a last resort, a recall effort against 2 school board members who voted to do virtual schooling this year. Those Middleton Cross Plains board members are sticking by their decision.
I don't want to take that huge responsibility to reopen the school and have family or families sick. I don't think that was the right choice.
Minza Kareem said she didn't think the district's plan was safe enough, and she felt it placed too big of a burden on teachers to simultaneously juggle in-person and virtual instruction on top of added risks. Doctors know the decision is tough.
There are so many factors that go into that planning about safe return to schools. I think the important aspects of that are that schools have had a good plan from the beginning, and then they have a plan to monitor and track and adjust accordingly if things change.
Parents in multiple districts feel the hybrid plan did just that. In Mount Horeb, a vast majority of parents cited against virtual only, but the board still chose that direction. That's led to a recall effort there, too. One parent I spoke with said her main goal from this is to get a learning model that works for more parents. So if the board could do that, she would drop this effort. But board members said this is about health and safety, and they aren't changing their minds, even if they lose their jobs over it.
These efforts are in the very beginning stages. We will continue to bring you major updates as this story develops.
Still to come tonight, the Madison Mallards getting into the Halloween spirit. Plus, the Columbia County Sheriff's Department unveiling a new autism awareness program. We'll show you how it will work next at 6.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
When Joe Biden wants an update on the virus, he calls on the nation's top health experts. Working together for all Americans is what Joe does. When writing his healthcare plan, Joe Biden worked with both doctors and patients to make healthcare affordable by lowering premiums reducing drug costs, and protecting people with pre-existing conditions. Joe listened to both small business owners and workers to create his economic plan that cuts taxes for middle-class families, creates 18 million new jobs in his first term, and raises wages by as much as $15,000 a year. Joe Biden's plans will help working families immediately by making the super rich finally pay their fair share. For Joe, it's never been about ego. It's always been about the work he can do for working families. It's what he's always done. Joe Biden brings everyone to the table and gets it done.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we live where you live, so we also wear what you wear, denim. And right now, all jeans are on sale. Shop our wide selection of the best denim brands at great low prices. Special buy men's Lee jeans $10 off, just $19.99 while supplies last. These women's Lee Instantly Slim jeans $24.99. Men's Rustler jeans are just $12.99. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. The Columbia County Sheriff's Department is trying something new this year, starting an autism awareness program. The department has outfitted one of its squad cars with the autism awareness design. And soon they will also have sensory to-go bags in all of their squads. Inside those bags will be fidgets, weighted blankets, and communication tools, all to be used to help calm and relax people during certain calls.
The goal of these kits is to give our deputies one more tool to help them interact with the autistic community.
Deputies say they're the first to respond to an emergency, and it is crucial to have a working knowledge of autism, the patients required, and the tools necessary to resolve the situations.
Madison Mallards will host a collection of classic and kid-friendly Halloween movies at the Duck Pond to mark the end of the Mallards Drive-In movie series. Halloween films will start next Thursday with a showing of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Jordan Peele's Us will play the following week, October 24th. Now, the final weekend of October will include a couple of early kid-friendly films, including Hotel Transylvania. That'll be October 30th. And then Goosebumps on Halloween night, the 31st. A big donation today for the Second Harvest Food Bank. More than 40 local State Farm agents teamed up to give the nonprofit more than $20,000. Today, some of those agents visited Second Harvest to thank them for their unwavering support during the pandemic.
Any year this would be vital, and this year especially. There's so many people who we serve that need food more than ever, and then there are people who've never had to rely on the emergency food system before who are newly facing food insecurity, and this will help us help them.
Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Wisconsin meets nearly 1 million requests for service each year. They say about 1 in every 10 residents in southwestern Wisconsin are facing hunger.
The Goodman Community Center is getting ready to launch its annual Thanksgiving Basket Drive. Registration for the annual event opens on Monday and runs through October 23rd. Registration can be done online or by phone. We have those details on channel3000.com. The Goodman Center is expecting a bigger need than usual this year due to the pandemic. Well, we only have one more day to go for our annual Coats for Kids campaign, and thank you to everyone who has helped us so far. We have now collected over 5,400 items. Tomorrow is the final collection day at any Clinky Cleaners location. From there, all of the donations will be cleaned and eventually distributed. They will be handed out beginning Friday, October 23rd from noon until 8 at this address on Wright Street.
So to come tonight, City of Madison making changes along a highly used section of road. Plus, Dane County offering up hundreds of thousands of dollars to create a new center devoted to celebrating the black culture on the city's south side. Plus, after another mild day today, we're looking ahead to the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with his complete forecast coming your way next. Stay tuned.
Introducing the Fall Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Safely tour a vast array of expertly crafted homes from top builders across the area. Meet the builders, discover new design trends. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Joe Biden will make health care affordable. His plan gives a tax credit to help working families pay insurance premiums, lowers prescription costs by 60%, and protects coverage for pre-existing conditions. No matter what, he'll pay for it by getting rid of Donald Trump's tax cuts for the super rich. Because Joe knows our economy's strength doesn't come from the top. It comes from working families. And that's who he's fighting for every day.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
It's called the greater good. At Courts, it's what fuels our passion to better serve our members and our community. It's why we ensure easy access to the doctors, hospitals, and clinics of UW Health. It's what pushes us to invest in the name of community health and wellness programs and to find new ways to help those who need the help the most. But hey, you know all about the greater good. Courts, health plans built with you in mind.
It's Steinhaffel's 86th anniversary, and we're celebrating with 35% off store-wide, plus an extra $86 off every $7.99 you spend. Your choice sofa or bed, only $3.99 each. Get ready for the holidays with this dining room set, now only $9.99. Take an extra 5% off all Canadell dining sets, both in stock and custom order. And use Steinhaffel's no money down 60-month special financing. So shop Steinhaffel's and celebrate with our family during our 86th anniversary sale.
Introducing the Fall Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Safely tour a vast array of expertly crafted homes from top builders across the area. Meet the builders, discover new design trends. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. A traffic note for you. Starting on Monday, the speed limit on Milwaukee Street east of Fair Oaks Avenue will be reduced from 35 miles per hour to 25. The city says it's part of its Vision Zero initiative to eliminate serious injuries and deaths caused by traffic crashes. In the past 5 years, 9 people have been seriously injured in traffic crashes in that area. 2 of those injured were walking across the street when they were hit.
Dane County is offering up more than $800,000 for a center devoted to celebrating Black culture. From the South Side, Maddie O'Neill tells us why Black leaders collaborating on the project say it can go a long way in addressing racial inequities.
These 3.5 acres on West Badger Road off of South Park Street look empty, but Dr. Alex G. sees opportunity. It's where the Center for Black Excellence and Culture will be built, offering a space to celebrate Black contributions and promote entrepreneurship. It's also a place to hang out and build community for all ages. G says he's heard from many Black people that our area is missing a place like this, and says now it's more important than ever to have it.
If we don't do this, Black people will continue to die at a higher rate than our white counterparts because of the microaggressions and the stress of having to explain what it means to be Black. This now is a matter of life and death.
G says this isn't meant to separate people, but to unite and build a stronger community as a whole. Over the next 6 months or so, those collaborating on this project will be talking to all generations of the Black community to see what they would like with this center. In Madison, Madeline O'Neill, News 3 Now.
Fundraising for the estimated $18 million project will begin early next year with plans to break ground in 2022.
And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a look at our first warn forecast. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Charlotte. It was a great day today, and you can see the sun just ready to dip below the horizon in the western sky. Just some high cirrus clouds coming in from the west to just add a little color to the sky. But 3 things you need to know. We're still looking at a really nice weekend. Temperatures not quite as mild as today when we were up around 80. Tomorrow and Sunday will be closer to 70, but the average high temperature is closer to 60. Now, we'll see some showers on Monday. That as a cold front moves through, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm, but we're going to see some steps down in our temperatures next week. So that first step will come through on Monday with a cold front. Then we'll look look for cool weather next week, especially toward the end of the week. We'll see temperatures go from the 60s on Tuesday and Wednesday into the 50s for Thursday and Friday, and low 50s to upper 40s by next weekend. As we take a look at high-resolution radar of Hurricane Delta moving on shore in southern Louisiana, you can see a lot of rain north of the center of circulation, but a lot of dry air now getting pulled in to the southern part of the storm, which will weaken it as it continues to move inland. But hurricane warnings are still in effect for much of the central and southwestern portions of Louisiana. Storm surge warning in effect with a storm surge watch just north of that area for storm surges of up to 10 to 11 feet in central Louisiana, and heavy rain of 2 to 5 inches expected up into central Louisiana. But the storm now starting to accelerate off to the northeast, and that's what will probably lessen the heavy rainfall threat. But maximum sustained winds right now 100 miles an hour with gusts to 125 miles per hour, but now moving north-northeast at 14 miles per hour. Latest forecast path from the National Hurricane Center brings it right along the Mississippi River down to a tropical storm by tomorrow afternoon, and then into central Tennessee and central Kentucky as it rains itself out late in the weekend and early for next week. But as Delta moves inland, the weather across much of the rest of the country is still very quiet right now. You can see about 90% of the country precipitation free, although some of the showers on the northern edge of Delta are making it about as far north as the Ohio River, but that will all stay to the south of us. As Delta moves off to the north and east, it'll allow the first of a couple of cold fronts to come through. That one will just drop our temperatures a bit for tomorrow, but still the weather pretty nice behind it. As we look at current temperatures, they're still in the upper 80s over western Kansas and mid 80s as far northeast as Omaha, Nebraska, 70s here. But north of the front, those temperatures do cool off a bit. And on future tracking, you can see that wind shift from the southwest to the north and northeast during the day tomorrow. We'll see plenty of sunshine, but temperatures will be back to around 70 degrees. Then those winds become a little more easterly for tomorrow night into Sunday, and then southeast on Sunday. Here come the rain showers on Sunday, late Sunday night into Monday as a cold front moves through, and then again we'll start to see those temperatures transition down for next week. Tomorrow though, look for sunny skies, high temperature at 70 degrees, just not as mild as today, and another 70 in the forecast for Sunday. Monday, showers, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm, a high of 67. Then those temperatures drop to the lower 60s. Next front comes through with a shower chance on Wednesday night, and then we drop into the upper 50s to the lower 50s, and perhaps even a few flakes of snow mixing in with the rain late Saturday night into Sunday of next weekend.
And coming up in sports, Nakia Watson is primed for a breakout year with the Badgers, but the sophomore running back says he plans to do exactly what got him here. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I've been a police officer for nearly 32 years. Joe Biden does not have the backs of police officers.
Joe Biden's silence is encouraging the rioters. If Joe Biden's elected, it's just going to continue.
Joe Biden empowers these people. The more you empower them, the more crime they go to commit.
In Joe Biden's America, we'll all be in danger. If you support the police and you want to be safe in your home and you want your children safe, support Donald Trump.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
A little ding means more savings now at the Brothers Main Scratch and Dent floor model sale. You'll get more amazing deals for your kitchen, laundry, and living room. Get up to 40% off hundreds of products to make you and your home happier. Want more? How about expert salespeople every day or a risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee? The Scratch and Dent floor model sale means more selection, more savings, and more ways to make you and your home happier. Now at the Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
Don't miss out on these great deals at Goodman Cars Grand Opening Sale. You can buy 2016 or 2017 Dodge Grand Caravans well equipped for only $10,995 or $175 per month.
That's right. Buy a 2016 or 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan very well equipped starting at $10,995 or $175 per month. So just hurry in today and ask for my dad, Don the Dealman Govan.
Or my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Govan.
You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
The house before you, over 30 years old, still has its original window. It's bone chilling.
Folks,
Folks, there's no need to be afraid of old windows. Just call Feldco for 50% off.
Right now at Feldco, get 50% off windows. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
50% off windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
A1 Furniture and Mattress on Stoughton Road is now open. Family owned for 3 generations, the Canarella family offers the best prices, service, and selection in town. That's why we're A1, locally owned and operated since 1980.
Whether you live in town or not, small business owners along Madison's most iconic street need your help, and they'll reward you for it. We'll tell you about the new way you can make a difference on State Street and what's in it for you Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
Wisconsin is definitely the running back U of college football. Think of some of the guys that ran wild at Camp Randall. Ron Dane, Michael Bennett, Anthony Davis, Monty Ball, Melvin Gordon, and of course, Jonathan Taylor. So who's next? Well, Nakia Watson could be a good guess. Last year as a freshman, he was second on the team in rushing. And with JT gone, keeping that tradition alive does cross his mind. But Watson knows he just has to stick to what got him to Madison.
At the end of the day, like I was saying, I just do what got me here. I remember what got me here, and that's pretty much what I go based off of. My running power, the ability to see the holes.
He's really hungry. You know, like he has a want to and an excitement and a hunger to take that next step and to be the guy. You feel that from him, and that's exciting.
Jamal Williams has kind of been the forgotten one out of the Packer running backs, but the guy has been playing well. Against Atlanta, he caught 8 passes for 95 yards. But pass catching wasn't the only talent on display Monday night. Williams was showing off his moves, and dancing is nothing new to him. He's always cutting a rug at practice. But actually seeing himself getting down on the Showtime cam, well, he's a huge fan of that.
I feel like they need to just put that in automatically for every game, because that thing right there is nice. I love that thing so much. That might have been the greatest improvement that I've seen so far. I love that TV thing. But I got some more dance moves. I gotta go work them out with my daughter. She the one that give them to me, you know what I mean? So we be practicing them together.
Dick Vitale released his preseason top 40 rankings for this upcoming hoop season, and he has Wisconsin sitting 5th in the country because of their experience and their incoming talent. But one member of that freshman class has taken an indefinite leave of absence. Greg Gard announced that Lauren Bowman has returned to Detroit to deal with the family matter. Bowman is still on the team, taking classes virtually. And on the ice, Justin Schultz is getting paid. The former Badger defenseman signed a 2-year, $8 million deal with the Washington Capitals today. He spent the last 5 years with the Penguins. Eric, were you watching the dance moves? Did you get any?
I saw it last week.
Get any new ones?
No, I have nothing of that sort. But, hey, when you're 4-0, you can dance all you want, right?
Very true.
They're playing well right now. Let's go to Gary. Final check of the forecast.
Well, a pretty nice sunset just took place across southern Wisconsin. Just some high cirrus clouds to the west. Temperatures are still well into the 70s, a few places around 80. Look for a low tonight in the upper 50s. Highs tomorrow a little cooler at 70 degrees. Be around 70 on Sunday. 60s with some showers on Monday, and then cooler weather for the end of next week. Maybe our first flakes of snow next weekend.
All right, I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening. We'll see you back here at 10.